Hello everyone. Let us start our today's session. You assume that the source team is placing the file. It's like a CSV file. Okay, it's a comma separated value file they are sending. Okay, this is our source file. It's nothing but it's a CSV file format. So we already seen that. Okay, so how to read the data from this particular file and how to load it into a table. So here I'm going to bring Informatica IICS and here I'm going to bring the target. So target might be a cloud or any RDBMS. So we are going to read the data from source system. Source is a file. Okay, so this time source is a file here. This is our IICS, and we are going to load the data to any RDBMS or cloud. So we can take it like RDBMS here or even cloud. So anything. Okay, so cloud also we can load. Our target also might be a flat file. So in the RDBMS, I'm going to have the table. So we already created one table, right? It's a flat file to table load. We already created this table, T underscore employees table. So in our today's session, so this particular file contains some Unicode characters. Okay. So Unicode characters. So maybe the different character set. So Chinese character, Japanese character. So different character it has. If it has different character, how to read the data? We need to consider code page. Okay. So in IICS, we need to consider the code page, which we have seen this code page in our connection. So how to use this code page in our connection? So what is the significance of this code page to read this kind of data? So if you are going to work on the real-time project, yes, definitely will receive this kind of file system from the source. So in that case, how can we read? You assume that this is our source file. Okay, so this is our CSV file. I kept the file in our C drive SRC files. I will open the file. I will show you. If you see this file, the file has some Unicode characters. You can see here some Unicode characters. It has some characters here, right? Yes, so different character set we have. So here we have some different characters, some symbols we have, and then different character set. You can see here. So this is the different character, right? So based on the character set, our source team will inform us, okay, this is the character set we have. So based on that, we have to put your code page and we have to read the data from the source. So how can we read, and so what are the things we need to make sure? We will see one by one. And for this, I'm going to create a table target. So target as of now, there is no table. So I'm going to create it by using admin. I will create table in the core user. I'm going to create it dot t underscore employees. So this is a table. I select start from HR dot employees where 1 equal to 2. So just I'm creating a table in the target. So why I'm creating the table? Already we have the table, right? I dropped it. Again, I have created newly. So if you see this, so this is the table structure and it has 11 columns. And if you describe the table, so this is the number of columns and data types. So why I have dropped and recreated, I will tell you. See this, the employee ID is number, first name is varchar2 and all the characters, right? Yes, we will start reading the data. So how can I read the data? So source is file system, right? I'll go to data integration service. So we already created the connections. We'll go to new mapping, create a new mapping here, and I can name it m underscore source underscore flat file underscore employees with Unicode data. So what is Unicode first of all? If you see this, so Unicode characters, if you want to learn more, so just to check this page, you will get more idea. So what is this Unicode characters, right? If you go down, you can see different character set we have. So different character set from here only I have taken some Unicode characters. So some copyright symbol, art symbol. So all the different kind of symbols I have taken. Okay, so this kind of, so this is like a UTF-8 characters. So different character set we have. So just to go through this, you will get some idea about, so what is this Unicode characters? And from here only I have taken different character. Okay, so we may get some kind of, okay, the thumbs up symbol and emojis and everything we can get it. So from the source. So in that case, how can we proceed? So go to source here, source, and select the connection. Okay, so we'll see the connection here. First of all, we'll check what is the date and time format here. So this is MM-DD-YY format. The date format is MM-DD-4Y. And we have Unicode characters also. So MM-DD-4Y only we have given. If you go to this view connection, so just we'll see the view connections here. So what is the code page we have given? MS Windows Latin 1. So this is the default code page, right? Yes, and also date format we have given here. That's fine. We'll keep it. And we'll select the object here. So object is nothing but this is the file, right? So we'll take the file. In the file, so this is the delimiter. Control C. And I will select this particular file. Click OK. Go to formatting options. So click on the formatting options. The file type is delimited file. And delimiter here it is. Other delimiter, we have to provide the delimiter list, right? It is not a single delimiter. We have multiple delimiter here. So that is what just I'm mentioning the multiple delimiter here. Yes. So then text qualifier, if you have double quotes, yes, you can mention that. And first data row number at 2. So since first row is header, we have to provide this 2. So this is the default conditions. Click OK here and just to check preview data. So for our reference, we can test it. Okay, it is reading. See here, it is not reading properly, right? Yes. We'll see how to fix this particular issue. As of now, if you preview the data here itself, it is not reading properly, right? So that means the connection is not correct. So go to view connection, edit the connection, and here, so code page, change it to UTF-8. So you can check with the source team. Okay, so what is the code page of the data? Then accordingly you can change it. So for an example, this UTF-8 can read this particular data. The UTF-8 code page, right? So it can read. So the symbol and different characters here and these characters, it can read. Okay, so how can I read it, right? So click OK here. We changed the code page. So now we will test it. So just we can preview. It is not showing now. So already it has been previewed. That's why it's not showing. So formatting options, click OK here. It should refresh. Okay, so now as well, it is not showing clearly. Now we'll go to the field. In the field, go to options, edit metadata. So here, everything make sure that it should be a string data type, n string. So wherever the character we are making, that should be a n string. Okay, employee ID is number. So 10-digit number. Other characters, other fields are n string only. So n string for Unicode characters. Make sure that, so Informatica we have n string. Okay, so now we will job ID, hire date. It should be date and time. And the other field, okay, so we have to change it, right? So if the source is flat file, yes, we have to change it everything. So decimal 4,2 decimal point. Just I'm checking manager ID. I'm making 4 and I'll go here number of 4. Yes, we defined so everything, right? Just to save this. And if you want, you can check it preview also. So here also you can run the preview. We will check it whether the data is reading from the source or not properly. Okay. It will generate the preview now. If it is showing correctly, so that means we are good at source side. Instead of running before itself, we can preview the data. So this is what we can test or debug our mappings. After changing the code page, whether it is reading correctly. Yes, it is reading correctly, right? You can see here the symbol got it, and then it is reading properly, right? Different characters. Okay, so now we will try to load the data. So if you have any other transformation, make sure that all the transformation should have n string for the character set. Go to the target. So target, we will take the data. We will check it whether it is loading. So source side, it is reading correctly, but target side, we have to check it, right? Whether it is loading properly or not. So based on the Unicode characters, we need to provide the characters. Okay, Japanese character, Chinese character. So different UTF-8, UTF-32 are different character set. Okay, so you can check some Unicode characters and you will get clear idea. So what is that Unicode characters and everything. If the file doesn't have any Unicode characters, yesterday we have seen. So you can go for default character set, Latin, and then you can start reading it. But if the source team, they are especially sending with some Unicode characters, we need to ask them to check what is the Unicode characters here. Based on the Unicode characters, we need to select the code page. Okay. So I have taken the target table, go to truncate and load, go to field mapping. So just I'm doing the mapping here. Okay. Save this. See, the file contains Unicode characters. Okay. The file contains Unicode characters. It means this is Unicode character of UTF-8. Clear? So Unicode character of UTF-8. So different formats we have. Chinese character. Okay, if you go and check the code page, you will find it, the connections. So what is the Unicode character? Based on that, you have to choose. See, we have the different Unicode characters, right? So I have given UTF-8. That means these characters set can be handled by using this UTF-8. If you are thinking that, okay, the source has different Unicode characters, code pages, then you have to choose accordingly. You have Chinese, right? So Japanese, Taiwan, and then we have different German. So we have different character set we have. So you can choose here, right? So based on the Japanese, and then we have different European, right? Different character set we have. So based on the character set, we have to choose from here, code page. So now I'm going to run it. So we have done the mapping. Now I'm going to run it. Source it is reading. We will check it whether target is writing the data. So as I told, if you have multiple transformations, make sure that all the transformation has n string for the character set. N string, okay, n string it should have. So UTF-8 and UTF-16 is normally, it will read most of the special characters. So that's why we are going for UTF-8 or UTF-16. So that is what I'm saying. So please go through that Unicode characters list and then you can find. So what is Unicode character? What is the different characters are there, right? See here, it is not loading the data properly. So that means it read the data from the source, but while writing the data to target table, it is not loading properly. So then how can I load properly? If you describe the table, you can see the table contains varchar2, but it should have n varchar2. Okay. So in that case, so what I will do, I have to change wherever we have varchar2 to n varchar2. So how can I change with the data? Can I change the data type? No. So for that, I will truncate it. See, in real time, we cannot truncate as it is. We have to create a backup table, constraints, triggers, and everything we have to check. And we have to create one more. But here, just I'm truncating the table. So we have to check the dependencies, right? So directly we cannot truncate any table. We have to check the indexes, triggers is there or not. And the data should not get truncated as it is. So I just truncated, there is no data. So in that case, I will describe. So these characters, this particular column, I need to change it, right? So how can I change data type? Alter table, table name, T underscore employees, modify, alter table, table name, modify column name to this one. So I will check other field. So we have some other field, right? So how many number of field we have? Character set. So we have last name, email, then we have phone number. If I have any special characters, we should change it, right? Yes. So I will take all other field and then here job ID. So this field I will select it. I will change it. So all other field has been changed. So now I will go and describe. So everything is now like n varchar 2. Okay. So after that, what we have to do? We have to run it one more time. We will check it. So who will decide which Unicode we have to use? So based on the data. Okay. So which source team is going to send the data? Based on the data, we have to check with them whether what is the Unicode characters in it, right? So we have to decide which Unicode characters, or we have to check with them. If they are sending the data, what kind of data they are going to send. So it will have some Chinese character or Japanese character. Based on that, we have to decide. We have to work with business analyst and the source team, and we have to ask these questions whether the source file contains any Unicode characters. Then what is the Unicode characters? Okay, so do we need to handle any Unicode characters? Whether they are going to send a file as a zip file, encrypted file, all that 7 days they are going to send the file. So what is the format? What is the delimiter? Whether the data will contain the delimiter going forward. So what is the maximum length for each and every column? So these type of questions we need to ask them, okay, to the source team. So while in the requirement itself, we have to ask them, get it clarified. Okay, so we have executed and then we will check it now whether it got loaded or not. We changed the data type. We'll check it one more time. Okay, still it is not loaded. So what is the mistake? We did it. So we changed the column in the database level. See here. So this is the mistake we might be doing in real-time project also. That is why. So first I didn't do that. See here, this is the target table. I just changed the data type in the target database. Database I changed. So what is the data type in the target table in Informatica level? So Informatica level, if you go to the target field, still we are seeing the string only, right? We are seeing string only. If you want, you can edit metadata. Still we are seeing varchar only, right? It should be n varchar. So how can I see whenever you are altering the structure or altering the data type and everything, you have to sync to the database. See here we have the option synchronize, right? So just to synchronize this particular options, it will ask all the field, yes, synchronize. So now it should be n string, n varchar. If you are changing anything, see here now it is n varchar here. So if any design changes, any DDL changes happening on the target table, so that should be synchronized with in the IICS as well. Okay, so we will save it. So that is what I'm saying. So please make sure that from source to target, everything should be n varchar 2 in Informatica level as well as database level. So I will run it now. So we will check. After this, it will truncate the target table. It will load it again. We will check it whether it has loaded properly or not. So I'll go here. So all the 107 record has been loaded. Now I will check it whether it has been loaded correctly. Yes, it has been loaded correctly, right? With all the different characters. See, this particular character set, the code page UTF-8 will handle this kind of special characters. So that's why I used UTF-8 characters. So based on the source, we have to choose the code page. Okay. So this is what. So you can create one more file with a different character set, some Chinese character or Japanese character. You enter into this file and then try to load it and check it whether it is loading properly or not. So based on that, you can choose the source code page. If you have different data type, different code pages on different file, yes, we have to create different connections. So based on the source file, we have to create different connections. Okay.